Welcome to Radio Express World News, presented by Vibha Ramesh, Los Angeles, United States. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro announced on Monday night that he would be taking a new test for coronavirus. He is back from the hospital now and told his supporters, "I've come back from the hospital now. I've done a lung screening. My lung is clean, okay? I went to do a COVID exam a while ago, but everything's okay," he said. He was also wearing a mask and warned people not to get close to him. He also strongly recommended everyone to wear face masks when in public. A quick look at the coronavirus stats. Brazil has recorded over 65,000 deaths and 1,623,284 confirmed cases so far, making it the second worst hit country. More on the pandemic from the United States. Deaths due to COVID-19 surpassed 130,000 on Monday. New cases of coronavirus are closer to hitting the 3 million mark. On Sunday, Florida and Texas exceeded 200,000 total cases of new single-day infections. Reacting to the incessant surge, Dr. Anthony Fauci said on Monday that the nation is knee-deep in the first wave of the pandemic and that it is a serious situation that we have to address immediately. As Texas continues to battle the surge, Texas Governor Mr. Abbott orders all counties with over 20 cases to wear face masks in public, failing which fines of up to $250 per violation will be imposed. Meanwhile, international students in the U.S. are facing a new challenge during the pandemic. According to the Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials, students on F1 and M1 visas that are currently taking only online classes for the fall session would have to transfer to a school offering in-person classes in order to retain their legal status, else they might be asked to leave the country. The world's largest art and archaeology museum, the Louvre in Paris, opened its doors to visitors on Monday, thereby ending a 16-week shutdown. The shutdown had resulted in a loss of nearly $45 million or over 40 million euros in ticket sales. In light of the pandemic, only 7,000 visitors had booked tickets on Monday, which is less than a quarter of the daily visitors that toured the museum before the pandemic. The office of the Canadian Prime Minister confirmed on Monday that he will not be joining Mexico's president this week to celebrate a North American deal with President Trump. He cited tensions over possible U.S. tariffs on Canadian aluminum and concerns over the widespread coronavirus as reasons for his decision. López Obrador is slated to meet Trump at the White House on Wednesday, and he will be flying commercial to the United States. Trudeau said in a statement, "We wish the United States and Mexico well at the Wednesday's meeting." Low-paid workers in Arab countries are facing a rather difficult challenge posed by the pandemic. Employed by families in the capacities of drivers, housekeepers, cleaners, and caretakers, these workers, predominantly from Southeast Asia and Africa, are now not allowed to leave the house, fearing they might bring back the virus. Further, the demand for such workers has increased during the pandemic as most families are working from home. The spike in new single-day cases of coronavirus in India has postponed the reopening of the Taj Mahal. As of Tuesday, India surpassed the 7 lakh mark with 22,252 new cases and 467 deaths. That brings the country's total death toll to 20,160 and the number of positive cases to 719,665. In the week following the banning of 59 Chinese apps, users of some of the popular apps like TikTok have resorted to Indian apps like Chingari, Roposo, and ShareChat. However, their fandom did not choose to do the same, thereby leading to a slack in virality. An unidentified terrorist was killed in an encounter in Pulwama's Gusu area on Tuesday morning, details of which are yet to be released. In the early hours of Tuesday, Indonesia was struck by an earthquake off the coast of Java Island. Striking at a depth of over 300 miles, the earthquake did not cause a tsunami. While the United States Geological Survey recorded the magnitude at 6.6, the Indonesian Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency said the tremor was a 6.1 on the Richter scale. With that, we come to the end of this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Please stay tuned for the next program on Radio Express. To receive Radio Express English news and English programs in your WhatsApp, please send a WhatsApp message, English programs, to 90727 95547. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Radio Express. Thank you.